Ok, donc on garde les meilleurs flics. Voilà.
2, 1. This was shot on the Instax Hasselblad. Awesome. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those that don't know me, I'm Mathieu Rabary. I'm a photographer and director based in Shanghai, and today I will be reviewing the Vinstax, the Instax Square Back for the Hasselblad V series. So what is it? The Instax Square Back is an accessory that you can attach to your Hasselblad like you would do for any other Hasselblad accessories. For example, you would have the A12 back to be able to shoot 6x6, or you have the A16 back, which allows you to shoot 6x5. The Instax Square Back allows you to shoot Instax Square, which covers the exact same film surface as the A12 6x6 film back. The Instax Square Back is compatible with every Hasselblad from the V series, such as the Hasselblad 500cm, the 501cm, the 503cW, the 503cXi, and so on. You can just look online to see if your Hasselblad is part of the Hasselblad V series. The Instax Square Back is a 3D printed accessory. It is made out of the Instax SQ6, which is made by Fujifilm, and the attachment that allows you to plug it to your Hasselblad is made out of high performance nylon and CNC steel. Here you have the presence on the side to insert your Darkslide, and on the right side you have a knob that allows you to plug it to your Hasselblad. The Instax Square Back is fully electronic, and in order to use it, you would need 2 CR2 batteries that you can find online or in a physical store. So the different features of the Instax Square Back are as following. So you get an automatic image development. You just have to press one button and the machine will just take care of the development and the ejection of the Instax by itself. The Instax Square Back also has an automatic counter, which allows you to check at all time how many more frames you have left that you can expose for an image. There is also a presence of a Darkslide to avoid exposing accidentally your Instax images while you remove the back. This is also allowing you to be able to switch easily between the Instax Square Back and a normal film back. Also, all the images that you will shoot with the Instax Square Back are properly exposed. The entire surface of the Instax is properly exposed. There are no presence of dark edges. The reason I'm mentioning it is because I've actually found other people producing the Instax Square Back on the Chinese market. However, a lot of them are running into the same common issue. Either they cannot get images properly focused, or the area of the Instax is not properly exposed. You won't run into this trouble with this accessory. So the Instax Square Back is relatively easy to set up. It comes with a bunch of accessories. So the first thing, it comes with the Instax Square Back, which is the one that allows you to put the Instax inside and to get it developed. Then you need a viewfinder attachment. So this package comes with this 3D printed viewfinder, where you would need to remove your focusing screen and then put it on it. Once you have it, you put it on your Hasselblad, and then you put your viewfinder on top of it. The reason you need this is because the focal plane of the Instax Square is different than the focal plane that you would have for your 120 film on your traditional Hasselblad film back. Because of it, you need to compensate for this slight difference of distance. In order to compensate for it, the creator of this Instax Square Back came up with this idea of using a filter. You will attach it to your lens, and you have 2 types of stepper ring depending on the lens that you're using. Right now on this Hasselblad, I am using the CF 80mm f2.8. It is a B60. So you would have in the package 2 step-up rings. Right now, one step-up ring has the filter on top of it, but there is another ring which is the B50, which would fit the Hasselblad, for example, the 80mm C and CT. Then once you have it, you attach it to your camera, you've attached the viewfinder, and then you attach your Instax Square back. Turn on your Instax back, remove the Darkslide, focus, shoot, then press the trigger in order to develop your Instax. And then just wait for your Instax to get developed, and ta-da! You got your image. So let's talk about the pros. So the first pro I have to say about this accessory, it is very fun to use. There is something when you shoot and then you're able to give an image, a physical, tangible item to the person you're taking photos of. There is something magical about this moment that I don't think film or digital can emulate. There is something about receiving, it's like giving a gift to somebody. Another positive point that I would have to give, it is the fact that you would have the instant gratification. The fact that I'm using my Hasselblad, I still have that aspect of being present in the moment and, you know, being all manual and everything. But the fact that I can then see the image that I have, it's just, there's something about it that is really magical, and I wish you guys can enjoy doing this as well. Another point is that it is very, very simple to use. For the simple fact that you just shoot and you develop and there you go, you're done. Another great point for this accessory is the fact that you can have complete control over your exposure. So if you're not aware, Instax Square is actually an ISO 800, but if you were to shoot it on, let's just say the Instax SQ6, everything is automatically exposed. So you cannot really control the depth of field and you cannot really control the shutter speed. With my Hasselblad, I can actually control the shutter speed, I can actually control the aperture, which gives me a lot more creative control. On top of that, I can also use it with artificial lights because I can just plug my Hasselblad to my flash and I just can control and I can just be a lot more creative and just use instant film for this. Unfortunately, Fujifilm cameras don't give you this freedom. So if it's something that you're looking for, highly recommend this accessory. Another great point that I would have to give is the fact that you can change lenses with this setup. One of the beautiful things of using this accessory is that you become really versatile in your choice of lenses. There's one caveat though, every lenses that is above 80mm, there is no problem of focus. You can focus from close to infinity without a problem. However, any lenses below 80mm, like the 50mm or like the 60mm, you cannot get a proper image in focus, unfortunately. I contacted the guy and he told me with the 50mm, when you're shooting with it, you can only get an image in focus if you are doing macro work. And the furthest you can get in order to get an image that is focused is 10 centimeter, which is really, really, really close. So if you decide to go ahead and get this accessory, just be aware, if you're shooting something that is below 80mm focal length, you won't be able to get a properly focused image because the setup is not designed for that. Just something to keep in mind. Another positive point that the Instax Square Back has is the fact that it is really intriguing to people. Every time I've used this camera, I always get interesting reaction from my models or the people around me. They are always asking me like, oh, what is it? Oh my God, is this a new camera that is made by Fujifilm? Like, oh my God, this is so cool. And when I explain to them the whole process and the whole idea and the whole history behind the camera, well, people get really interested. And when people get interested, they act differently in front of your camera. So this is just something that, I don't know, I definitely feel a difference between when I'm shooting on digital, when I'm shooting on film, and when I'm shooting on my Instax Square. So yeah, I think it is a pretty cool fun fact to keep in mind. And one last great point that I have to say is the fact that it has a 1-year warranty. This is the thing that really sold me on this product because it is relatively expensive, but as you know, every Hasselblad accessories are very expensive. But the fact that there is a 1-year warranty and the fact that the guy actually was responsive and still decided to just free of charge fix my back for me, that gave me a lot of relief. As you know, we're all shooting vintage cameras. Vintage cameras don't really have maintenance anymore. I'm aware that Hasselblad may fix your Hasselblad if you send it to them, but there is no guarantee. I'm not 100% sure this is the case. Just tell me in the comments if it is. But there you go. At least this accessory is relatively new and you can get it fixed if you need it. Now let's talk about the negatives. So first thing first, it is expensive. I have to really highlight that fact because, yeah, Hasselblad in general, it is a premium brand. There's a lot of clout surrounding the name. I use it. I do agree it's a great camera, but would I like to pay less? Yes, 100%. I would love to save money on that and just invest my money elsewhere. But that's the case. So this accessory is more a luxury than a need. So if you want it, I definitely think it's a great idea, but it comes with a high price. Second negative point, the fact that it is fully manual, it may be a deterrent for some of you. If you want to shoot with instant film, I would rather advise you to go with Fujifilm instant film cameras like the Fujifilm SQ6 or the SQ1 because it would be far more cheaper and you would definitely have the same experience. But if you're a control freak just like me, you definitely want to be able to control your exposure, you definitely want to be able to control your focus, you want to have complete control on everything you can. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. And third and last point, the fact that it is actually a little bit tedious to change between the Instax Back and the film. The reason I'm talking about it is because if you are in set, for example, and you would like to shoot on film and then just switch directly to your Instax, shoot some Instax and re-switch, it can be time consuming. It won't take that long, but it still takes a little bit of time. And if you're a commercial photographer like me, time is of the essence. So to counteract that, I actually have two Hasselblad. I have the Hasselblad 503CW and the Hasselblad 500CM. The whole Instax setup, I usually set up on my Hasselblad 500CM and my Hasselblad 503CW because it has an automatic winder. I just put my medium format film on it and I can just blast with it. This is definitely not cost effective for the majority of you, but for me, it is actually a tool that I use and it's part of the experience that I offer to my clients. So I like to have the ability to just have two cameras in order to do that. So my opinion on this accessory is that it is a really, really fun accessory to use. Right now, with this in my bag, I feel like I have everything covered for my medium format need. I would say the only thing that I would need would be a digital back, but let's be honest, I don't think that would be worth it to use a digital back on my Hasselblad. I'm fine just using my digital camera. With the Instax Back, I feel like I can get a different type of experience and a more complete experience in a way to my clients because I can just give them some previews on the spot. This is something that I've noticed these days. A lot of other photographers are investing in Polaroid cameras or also Fujifilm Instax cameras, and they like to shoot some instant film on set and just use it for editorial layouts or maybe just use it as a souvenir. And this is something that I'm able to do today, and I definitely don't regret the purchase of this back. Once again though, I have to say that this accessory is very expensive. It is not something that I think a lot of people would be able to justify the price, simply because at the price point that this bag is at, you definitely could very well get yourself a Fujifilm Instax SQ1 or SQ6 and multiple ones for that matter. But you definitely won't be able to have the experience of using the Hasselblad lenses and the Hasselblad system and everything that comes with it. Like I said, I wanted to be able to have complete control over my exposure, complete control over my focus, and just in general being able to continuously upgrade my kit so that it covers all of my needs and I don't have to invest in a new camera. So I went with the mindset when I purchased this accessory that it is a new camera in a way, and that I will definitely be able to have a return on investment, not only from my clients, but also for my personal satisfaction. If you're interested in getting this accessory, you can get it. I've set up a whole system where you can just head to www.instaxhasselblad.com. You can just pay in whatever currency that you own, preferably dollar or euros, and then I will take care of the whole process here in China, and then you will be able to receive your Instax at your house, and I will handle the communication with the person that is making it, and in case there is an issue with yours, I will also be the one handling it. So if it is something that interests you, once again head over to www.instaxhasselblad.com and you will receive it within 2 to 3 weeks maximum because it takes a little bit of time to produce it. And once again, I reiterate, there's a 1-year warranty, so if there's anything wrong with it, you can just send it back to the guy and then he will just fix it for you and just send it back over. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe. Also share this video if there's somebody that you think would be interested in getting it. And I'll see you in my next video. All right, bye bye.